Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. Oh, God. Seems as though my camera got knocked around a little bit last night. Hello, everybody. My name is Tim, and welcome to another daytime live stream. I don't know. I think this may end up being a little bit more of a trend as we kind of go through this vacation time, and then whenever I get a little bit after I go back to work. I kind of enjoy this. This is fun. So, today, I have a very special game to play for you all. It's a bit of an old classic delight of mine. I got the itch to play it again recently, and I figured why the hell not share it with you guys, because I was going to be stuck playing it for a couple of hours anyway, and that's about the perfect amount of time to stream. So, here we are, and we're going to play as soon as it loads up.
3DO.
You gotta love those old style intros, don't you? I know, 3DO. It just sends you straight back, doesn't it? Heroes of Might and Magic 3. A classic strategy game built on turn-based execution of a very detailed and intricately laid out army plans. It's fun. Yeah, this game came out quite a long time ago, Lemon. That's exactly right. It was re-released on GOG recently, Good Old Gaming, and you can actually download the original version here as well as an HD remake that they made on Steam. Personally, I recommend getting the original and then just getting a couple of mods that they have because it runs way better than the... only a little bit. Okay, we can fix that. There we are. Is that better? It should be, at least. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, it's a game all about strategy and building armies and building towns and roaming around places, gathering resources, as you'll see in just a moment. I would go through something like a tutorial or something like that to try and give you guys a brief overview of what the game is, but really there's no point. Especially considering that as we go through and play the campaign, it's just going to all be explained to you anyway. So, might as well dive right on in, huh? Fair enough, Harwood. Well, I'm glad that I could be here to get you through this drought of content. We'll start with the first campaign, the Restoration of Arathia, and then there were two expansions that were put out for the game, Armageddon's Blade and Shadow of Death, which we may get to. It's going to take a long time to play through even one map of this game, much less one campaign, much less 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scenarios within the campaign, all of which are multiple maps deep. So it's going to be a little bit of a trek, but I'm okay with it. So we're going to start with Long Live the Queen. Our landing has confirmed both our rumors and fears. With the death of my father, Arathia's lands are being greedily divided by her neighbors. Oh, thank you, Lemon. I do the best that I can. I'm here for you guys. And so this is our first scenario, Homecoming. We arrive back on this foreign land and we have to claim a little bit of territory as our own so that way we can reclaim these lands. To win, we must locate and capture the town of Tyrannius. Your heroes will be limited to 6th level in this scenario, but your 4 strongest heroes will travel with you to the next scenario of this campaign. So our goal by the end of this is to have 4 heroes that are strong enough that we feel comfortable taking them on to the next. We can choose a bonus to start with. We can start with 14 pikemen in our army. We can start with an additional bonus of materials, or we can start with a first aid tent, which will heal some of our units in battle. Personally, I prefer to begin with the extra resources because being able to build things early helps a ton.
Our initial landing has captured a devastated outpost. Information is scarce and unreliable.
I didn't realize this
at
was a
best.
sequel to Brave.
Neighboring citizens have fled their villages.
How forward-thinking of them.
Remaining
back in
survivors tell
1997.
conflicting stories. Evidence points to
But
a
as you can
nigh-on
see,
invasion.
even
Rally local
Queens
militia and
still
train
play
them
with
quickly.
figures.
Destroy all hostile forces you encounter. Assume the worst. Assume we are at war.
Because we are. And everyone around here is going to be trying to force us back into the waters, back from whence we came. From Catherine Ironfist, Queen of Aramoth. General, our initial landing shows evidence of an invasion by dungeon overlords of Nygoth. These people have been under Nygon military rule for the past 30 days. We assume the adjacent towns of Plinth, Miram, and Tralia are also under Nygon or Airfolk occupation. Other generals are fanning it out throughout the region to determine the extent of the territorial violation. For your area, your goal is simple. Establish a base of operations, rally local militia, and determine the extent of the Nygon occupation to find their invasion route. If you can secure their main base of operations, we'll be able to quickly eliminate any remaining forces. Good luck. And so we start out here. This is our screen that we're going to be dealing with for most of the game. The map, as you can see, is very plainly covered in a fog of war right now. We've only discovered this very small patch of land where we landed. And as you can see, we have 4 boats available at our disposal that we'll be able to use here in a minute. This is the screen in which all of our heroes will be located. As you can see right now, we only have one. His name is Christian, and he is a level 1 knight. You can see that each unit has stats here. The stats do individual bonuses that we'll talk about as we kind of play through, and you level them up by exploring the map and finding the artifacts and items and battles and experiences that are there. Each hero has some sort of specialty. For this one, he is a ballista specialist. He increases the attack and defense skill for any ballista for each level attained after the 4th level. So after he reaches level 4, any level after that, it reaches the attack and defense of his ballista, which ballistas are units that you can gain that you can use in regular battle to actually deal good damage to single stacks of units. Anyway, we also have morale and luck. Those do have modifiers in battle. Good morale gives you extra attacks, and good luck means that you do, I think, maximum damage with your hit, and then unlucky does minimum damage. You'll see that as we have units, they have a minimum and maximum damage there. His is 1 to 3, and each unit in that stack, you see there are 15 in that stack, each unit in that stack has a chance of doing 1 to 3 damage, and it's calculated behind the scenes and given to you as one large damage number. But if they are high luck, then every person in that stack is going to do 3 damage. So that's 15 times 3. And if it's low luck, then it'll do 15 times 1 instead. And so you can see that that is a big disparity in damage between 15 damage and 45 damage. So you kind of want to find ways to keep your luck high and possibly your morale high too, because doing 2 attacks is just as good as doing critical attacks. If you do both, well, that's just golden. Your heroes have spells, and each hero also has spell points. We'll get into that once we actually get some spells here. And this is your experience level required to level up to the next level. Once you reach the next level, you can actually attain some of these secondary skills that will go here. For right now, we have basic leadership, which increases my troops' morale by 1. And that can go up to advanced leadership all the way up to expert leadership, which will keep me at a constant 3 morale, which is just peachy. And then basic artillery, which gives us control of the ballista ourselves, increasing it, allowing it to do 2 shots with a 50% chance to inflict double damage. Not too shabby. Again, that goes all the way up to expert, where it gives us a 100% chance to do double damage with an aimed shot. With an aimed shot that fires twice. Yeah. I think. We'll have to confirm that once I actually get it. It's been a while since I've actually played the game. But anyway. And so we'll go around with our hero at first and explore a little bit. There's lots of archers here. These lots of archers, for the greater glory of me, have a desire to join. Hi, Ewer, welcome. And then so does this other group of archers, and this group of pikemen, and this group of pikemen. Hooray. And we'll take adventure into our town here, kind of show you what this looks like. So this is our town. The town of, Caryatid? Sure, why not? It already has a couple of troops hired here, some halberdiers, which are actually upgraded pikemen. We'll get into upgrades here in just a minute. 14 marksmen, which are upgraded archers, and 6 swordsmen. Not too shabby of units. Can I change the time? We'll find out. But anyway, so as you can see, this town here is actually a living model of everything that is built in this town. There's a citadel that allows a fort that allows us to hire units. There are the individual unit recruitment places that we build. And then there will be a marketplace that goes here, as well as a mage's guild, which allows us to buy our first spell book and get the level 1 allotment of spells. For Christian right now, we have Dispel, View Earth, Protection from Fire, Bless, and Shield, all of which have wonderful effects that we'll discover here in a little bit. Reveal the location of all resources to the caster. Ooh, that's actually super great, and I might cast that immediately. But anyway, the town hall is where we come in and build structures. These are all of the structures that we have here to build. These along the bottom are our unit-bearing structures. They all have regular structures that, let's see, the barracks allows you to build swordsmen, and then you can upgrade that building to then build the second level of units. So halberders. Right now we have the regular guardhouse that lets us build pikemen, and then we can build the upgraded guardhouse. In fact, I think, no, the first one I'm going to build is town hall. We'll get it there. You can get halberders from the upgraded guardhouse, which we'll do second turn. You can only build one structure per turn, and then that town is expended for the time being. Let's see, some of the other things that we can build here. Shipyard, which allows us to purchase ships if we were built near water. A town hall, which allows me to build further structures and earns my kingdom 1,000 gold a day. The citadel bumps up my base creature growth per week by 50% and adds obstacles for whenever an enemy tries to take my castle. Huge castle walls, a drawbridge, and then once we build it up even further, a couple of arrow towers that are built-in defenses. Let's see. Stables, which give me fresh horses each week to increase the land movement of my hero. And then a Griffin Bastion that allows me to produce additional Griffins per week. So I think that for right now, we're going to go ahead and take the town hall first, because I want to go ahead and start building up my gold resources here. It's important as you work the days and weeks and months to come that you plan ahead. This game really is about thinking about the 300th turn, not about the second turn. And so starting that gold building as early as possible means that you have the most gold from your town per day as you go through. And that allows you to build even more structures and recruit more units. And speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and get Christian settled up here with additional pikemen, additional archers, a couple of griffins, and his 6 swordsmen. And we are going to go on marching. I think the first thing we're going to do is use View Earth, which reveals the location of all the resources on the map. Not too shabby. Okay, we'll get to those. Cool. And as you can see here, all of our resources that we currently have are allotted along the bottom of the bar here. We have 30 wood. This is mercury here, stone, sulfur. Let's see, I think it might be just called ore. Sulfur, crystal, and gems? Yeah, and all of those are used to build some of our more intense structures. Award, this is a turn-based strategy type game, and where we build our little army here. You see that Christian, when we started, had only the 3 units, and now that we have given him these additional ones, his army is a little bit more robust, I will say. And so we'll start exploring along the map. You'll see that Christian actually has here a blue bar, which has his spell points, and then also this green bar, which has his movement points. And as we explore around the map, we see here that there are lots of infernal troglodytes that are blocking this wood mill here. And I think the first thing we're going to do is try and meander over there and make it, but we can't quite get there this turn. So, I guess that's the end of our turn. And behind the scenes, the enemies move around. Once we explore more of the map, and as the enemy people actually come into our field of view, you'll be able to see them take their turns. But for right now, the computer just takes care of their movements without our knowing. But anyway, so we got that first small quantity of wood, and the infernal troglodytes are awed by the power of our forces and begin to scatter. so we can either pursue and engage them or just let them go. I think we just let them go. We'll take no experience from winning the fight because we didn't actually win a fight. They just ran. So if you get to a point, let's see, once we get to that level 6 cap, if enemies start scattering before us, there really is no point in taking them on in a fight because we don't need the experience, and all we're going to do is lose units. So, the thing to do is to just kind of take battles as you can right now once you actually get a decent army built. I guess it's over there. And then start kind of weaning battles away as you want to keep your army size. So I found a chest here, and this chest gives us an interesting conundrum here. We can either take the gold for ourselves or distribute it to the peasants for experience. Which do we want to choose? Right now we actually have decent amount of gold, so I think that we're going to take the experience at the moment, because this is yet another way that we can level up our character to the point where battles don't really mean anything. And that actually goes ahead and gives us a free level. We have basic navigation, which increases our movement points over sea by 50%. Which is not too shabby because honestly, most characters have a really low movement speed over water by default. And then there's advanced leadership, which boosts his standard morale boost to 2. I think that for right now we're gonna go with basic navigation because we are gonna need to explore a little bit of water. There's a town that's over on the far side of the map that is much easier to get to by water than it is by land. So if we're going to want to take that out quickly, which we are, we're going to need to go an aquatic invasion. So I think for our second build here, we need a blacksmith and a barracks in order to get the Griffin Tower upgraded. We need a blacksmith in order to do that. We need a blacksmith in order to do that. We need a blacksmith in order to do that. So we might as well go ahead and get a blacksmith. It will provide our army with a ballista. And once we return here with our hero, we'll pick that up. But in the meantime, we had gems to get. There's not really another point to send him back right now because there are no more units to get. You know, there are no more things to obtain other than just that ballista. And right now his army is decent enough that I can still explore for a couple of days still until the week mark rolls around, which is when all of the buildings and all of the creatures that I have in my citadel will grow. I will obtain more once per week. Oh yeah, that's very true, Kisty. I'm gonna have to be very conscious about actually saving the fucking game. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Let's see, advanced navigation doubles my movement's hero points at sea. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with advanced navigation. Although, I'm going to build a lot of ranged creatures by the end of this. Between the archers, which do double damage, and yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. Oh, you children and your wonderful commands. And so you'll see that there was a stable right there that we actually visited instead of having to build one inside of our town and go back all the way there to get the benefits for the week. And so we were actually able to use the extra movement bonus to get from there all the way down to this windmill where we obtained a couple of extra gems. If we come back here once per week, the kindly man who runs the windmill will give us the gems that have been milled out of the wind. And let's see, before we end our turn, we'll go back over to our town and build the barracks. Excuse me. My goal by the end of this first week is to build, let's see, I have 4 days left. Probably 3 of these will be upgraded, this monastery, and I don't think I'll be able to squeeze another building in the meantime. Okay, so there's a pack of hellhounds here, 2-headed dogs that are the precursor to a Cerebus, and they're a little bit tougher than I want to take on right now. So I think that means that we've explored this part of the map as much as we want to. We're gonna come over here to the witch's hut, and next turn, hopefully she'll teach us a 2nd level spell. Okay, interesting. We should still be going strong. I I am not getting any bitrate issues or buffering, or frame drops, so hopefully it's just Twitch being a butt. Let's see. For this next round, I think I'm gonna go ahead and build the monastery. Because this monastery is gonna build us monks, which is a second ranged unit that I can have. It shoots out big old fireballs that do really good damage. Excellent, good, just a refresh. So, the witch's hut contains an ancient witch living in a strange hut who welcomes you and teaches you Eagle Eye for her own unscrupulous purposes. Eagle Eye gives us a 40% chance to learn any first or second level spell that is used against us in combat, which can be really, really handy if we face off against an enemy that has a whole bunch of spells that are unavailable to us because they come from a different kind of castle, a different race, for example. Then we can totally end up learning their first or second level spells with this basic Eagle Eye. And that, of course, just like every other spell, can be leveled up to advanced and even expert Eagle Eye, which will let us have a 40% chance to learn any 1 or 2 levels. I think it's either 100% chance to learn any 1 or 2 spell, or 40% chance to learn any up to 5 spell, which is level 5 is the maximum level of spell. But anyway, these infernal troglodytes, once again, all by the power of our forces, decide to scatter. No, we're gonna let them. And we're gonna take away this ore mine that they were guarding here. And look at this redwood observatory, from the top of which we're able to see as far as the eye can see. And this wonderful area of circle here shows us that there are some resources up here that we'll be able to get. As well as a gold mine just around the mountain pass here. And then a couple of chests and some flotsam that may contain valuable items down here. Interesting. Teasing, teasing, teasing. This game is always teasing with what's ahead. Back at our castle, let's go ahead and upgrade our archer's tower, because I definitely want to have a full contingent of marksmen. Marksmen are better than archers in that the marksmen actually just shoot twice. Straight up shoot twice. And then I want to also upgrade my monks to zealots, because, well, the zealots do higher damage with their little fireball attack. Let's see, these gogs, all by the power of my forces, are going to scatter. Now, we're going to let them go. And I'm going to pick up the 14 pikemen that are contained inside this guardhouse here. And, God, there's so much movement's been wasted. I almost don't want to, but I almost have to. Yeah, because there's that tree of knowledge over there, and it's going to give me something good, too. I will take your small quantity of crystal and go back into my castle, and let's see what we can do here. Yep, there's upgrading into zealots. We have plenty of resources here, so it's not like I'm worried about spending anything, mercifully. I'll just need to build stables before we can actually recruit cavaliers, which are basically jousting people. They become champions at a higher level. They are mounted, javelin is not the right word. What's the jousting stick? Wielding riders that actually do more damage the further they travel in battle. And they're really, really great. So I'm definitely going to get those as soon as they're available. We'll go ahead and upgrade into zealots here. Ah, so much better. So these monks, lance, thank you, Lemon. For some reason I just could not think of the word lance to save my life. The zealots actually do pretty good damage all their own, but ranged characters, when they have to get into melee range, take a damage penalty because their range damage is so good. If they did that damage in melee, then it would kind of be broken to send them all in a giant clump. But zealots, on the other hand, zealots do not have that melee penalty. They have basically the same damage that monks have, but they are that kind of half-broken, can still do the same amount of damage in range that they can at melee. And their defense skill is higher to kind of show this. Their attack skill is roughly the same, but the number of shots that they can take per battle, 24, is double that of the zealots. Their health is about the same, but they have a higher speed. And you'll see that speed comes in handy once we actually get to a battle, which I'll show you here in a moment. Let's see. The Tree of Knowledge, for a mere 2,000 gold, will give us a free level up, and I think we'll take that free level up. Basic air magic allows us to cast air spells at a reduced cost. I think we'll go ahead and take advanced artillery instead, allowing 2 shots with a 75% chance to inflict double damage. And it's day 7, folks. So I think it's time to head back to the castle. And let's shore up here for the night. Because the first thing we're going to do is upgrade our pikemen into halberders. I know we have stronger units that we could upgrade first, but the honest to gods of it is I already have some halberders, and if I want to be able to recruit all of the people into my army and still have room for them all, I need to upgrade these pikemen into the units they are born to be, as well as these archers into marksmen. Lovely. So now I have 122 halberders, 73 marksmen, 6 sword people, and 7 royal griffins. Oh, goodness. But now that he's inside the garrison for the night, we'll go ahead and take a sleep. And with the week of the lizard starting, all dwellings increase in population. Lovely. And now we have 15 halberders just waiting to be recruited, 9 marksmen, 7 griffins, 8 swordsmen, and a hearty 6 zealots at our disposal. You gotta love when those numbers go up. That is so nice. So we see here, there's actually good stats to read on the actual town that I hadn't gone over before. It shows what kind of town hall that you have. Right now, we need to upgrade to a city hall. I need to build a marketplace before we can get there, but it will give us a 2,000 gold per day boost. We'll go ahead and get that next turn. The marketplace is now built, and that allows us to exchange resources for each other. You can see we can exchange, say, 20 ore for 1 mercury. Like, it's a ridiculously high exchange rate. Or 5,000 gold per mercury. Or 10 crystal per mercury. Or, you see what I mean? And so, depending on if you have a high value of a certain amount of resources, then you can exchange them as you want. I'm kind of taking these first couple of turns a little slowly, so that way, as we kind of get more and more used to how this game works, the turns will progress faster and faster and faster. I think that now is a pretty good time for us to go ahead and do a little bit of sea exploration. And just getting into the boat, unfortunately, takes away all of the movement points that you had left that turn. So immediately Christian is out. Which means, I wonder if it's about time to hire a second hero. I see here that we have Adela, a level 1 cleric who has a bless specialty. She starts with a spell book and 20 spell points, probably just the bless spell, which is a great spell. Basic wisdom and basic diplomacy. And then we have Thorgrim, a level 1 ranger who has a specialty in resistance, and starts with units that aren't native to our particular terrain. So, as cool as Thorgrim is, and he does start with a siege weapon, I think that we might go ahead and go with Adela, because not only does she natively have people who are to our terrain, she has that bless spell, which is really great, and also I can straight up just upgrade her starting units. It's making her at base stronger than she was coming in. And we'll go ahead and let her stay inside for a minute, guarding the bastion should any enemies come our way, while Christian goes along and explores this flotsam, which is usually worth some sort of wood and or gold. Or nothing. Or just straight nothing at all. Sometimes, it's just straight worth nothing at all. And we'll go ahead and build this city hall, because as you can see, I'm already down to 2,000 gold. We need to get some money. We need to get some money, honey. That's 200 more in that flotsam. 5 wood. And 1,500 gold. Yay. Let's see here. We can interact with this buoy, which, thanks to making sure that we are on the right route, our troops gain morale. Nothing in that flotsam. and no more movement points with which to do anything. We can build a capital after this, but it requires 10,000 gold. We can build a citadel, which will upgrade our base creature growth yet again. Or we can upgrade one of our unit structures. Or we can build a resource silo, which will provide us with an additional wood and ore per day, which would be really nice. You know what? I think I am actually going to upgrade these sword guys to Crusaders, because the Crusaders have a really neat ability in that they also strike twice, but they have such high defense and attack skill. God, they are just such a good unit. Look at that attack. 7 to 10 damage. It attacks twice and has 35 health and 12 defense. That thing is so incredibly hard to kill. Anywho, so with town upgraded and movement points expended, we'll rest. Is that right? Oh, we can certainly fix that. That should be a little bit better. And then I can further lower it if we need to. Let's see. There's flotsam here. We'll go ahead and make flotsam. Oh! I've seen that before. A shipwrecked survivor. Pull a shipwrecked survivor from certain death. Oh, thank you, Micro Show. Welcome. In an unforgiving ocean. Grateful, he rewards you for your act of kindness by giving you Black Shard of the Death Knight. Wow. Okay. Let's see. This right-handed weapon increases your attack skill by +3. There. Now we lower the effects. In fact, there. We'll get them both at the same level, because I think that some of those occasional music stings that you're talking about are actually considered effects. And also, you may notice I lowered the volume on the subscriber music. The follower sound. Let's see here. We're at day 4. So we can go ahead and upgrade the Griffin Tower here and get that done. I want to make sure that we get the Citadel done by the end of the week. That is incredibly important. I also kind of want to go ahead and get this guy here, because this chest we can get for gold. Ooh, actually we have 10,000 gold now. Requires a castle, which I think upgrades from the Citadel. So let's go ahead and build the Citadel. We'll get the castle built next turn, hopefully. Take the gold. This lighthouse grants us further movement speed with all of our ships each turn. And there's lots of beholders that are taking over this gem place. I think we'll let them scatter. And found a small quantity of gems outside of the gem well. Yay. Yep, requires castle. Adds 2 arrow towers, fortifies my town's defenses, and doubles base creature growth. Lovely. So now we have 29 halberdiers per week, 18 marksmen, 14 royal griffins, 8 crusaders, and 6 zealots available to us every week. And that makes me feel very happy chappy. Now then, I think we'll go ahead and wait one more turn. Take over that gem post. I think that now we're strong enough to be able to dissuade some of these hellhounds from wanting to fight us. But you know what? Just to show you what battle looks like, let's pursue and engage. So this is our battle screen. As you can see here, things are taking a much more hex-based look. Our enemies are laid out before us here. If we were facing off against another hero, they would be laid out for us right here as well. You can see that here is our ballista that is available to us. We'll be able to fire that here in just a moment. And each of our units are laid out here. There is a secondary skill called Tactics that actually would allow you to place your units along the grid before the battle begins. But anyway, you can see that our zealots get the first turn here, and the zealots being ranged, we can either move them somewhere or attack. And I think we're gonna go ahead and just straight up attack the Hellhounds, even though you see that our little attack icon there over the enemy is actually turned into a broken arrow. That means we won't be doing full damage. It's because he's actually outside of our range, outside of our maximum range. And so, as we cast this spell, it's still going to be enough to take down 2 Cerebi. They have 56 damage is pretty fucking decent. But now that he's moved closer, you see that it's a full arrow for our marksmen up top, which means they're gonna do full fucking damage to these Cerebi. Interestingly, if you saw in the description, they were described as Hellhounds. These are these Hellhounds, the unevolved versions that I talk about. They're actually just one-headed creatures that have pretty good damage and decent health. The Cerebi, on the other hand, are 3-headed monstrosities of hell that you come to know and love, and actually have a full 3-headed attack. So they can actually attack the 3 hexes that are in front of them, not just one. So say that these marksmen were actually placed closer to these crusaders here, and the Cerebi were in front of it. They would actually be able to, with one attack 2 creatures, or even 3. Cerebi are annoying. They need to die first. And they exploded to a lovely little pyre. Oh, but basically they are about the same level of creature as a griffin, if I remember correctly. And so sending the griffins forward a little bit and take them on head on means that they won't actually try and come in and engage my ranged creatures, hopefully. And this ballista will get the chance to do a little bit of damage. There are 2 left in that stack now, which means the zealots should be able to just roast them, toast them, burn them to a crisp. And the Cerebi are defeated with 0 casualties. All of our units get healed, and we move on. We need the 10,000 gold to get the capital, and we need the stables. Yeah, let's go and get a stable. Why not? Which will give Adela a nice, fancy, schmancy horse to explore with. Let's go ahead and maybe start to give her some of the benefits that we have given Christian already, such as that eagle eye, and we can raise her up a level for 2,000 gold. Ooh, advanced wisdom would allow her to learn 4th level spells once we built that. Basic sorcery causes a hero spells to inflict an additional 5 damage. I think we'll just take the advanced wisdom for now. And then, is there anything up the water wheel? We'll find out in a moment. Yay! And with all dwellings increasing in population, we should actually send Adela back over to the capital to restock her creatures a bit. Let's go ahead and take that gold. And I think we'll continue exploring this foreign land that we have unlocked to ourselves. I feel you, Lemon. I'm getting a little peckish myself. Now then, we'll go on down here. And what can we build? What can we build with our 8,000 gold? Almost to the point of the capital. I think we'll go ahead and wait to build anything this turn, because not only are we going to need the gold for the capital, but we're also going to need the gold for the blue army. So, yeah. It's going to be a little expensive. Bye, Kisty. We'll see you when you get back. We'll go ahead and build said capital. Oh, yeah. And give her some zealots. Oh, man. Just getting 5 zealots was enough to empty my coffers. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wait a turn, even though people can still move. Yes, I know. Take that gold. Give me that gold. That gold. Go, 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 go. And we'll pick up that last zealot. I think that will be better spent getting more marksmen and griffins for her. Yeah. I really should wait one more turn and get her some halberdiers to support as well. Building an army is tough, especially when you have to split said army among 2 champions. Because I still need to get Christian's army up a little bit more. It's not quite where we want it to be. And let's see, 800 fucking gold left. Okay. So that gets her a full contingent of those. We'll wait one more turn. Wow. He has ++ movement on boat for some reason. That is a full movement speed. I am very happy right now. We'll take that sea chest. And what do you have here, shipwreck survivor? Cape of Conjuring. Increases the duration of all of my spells by 3 turns. Nice. There are a lot of spells like that Bless spell. Speaking of, let me go ahead and pull that up here. The Bless spell causes selected unit to inflict maximum damage in combat. So that actually would increase the turn duration by 3 turns for that spell. Which is fucking great. And we'll hire these full 29 halberdiers. Excellent. So, a world taking over army it is not. But it's not shabby. We'll give her Ice Bolts, Quicksand, Precision, which is awesome. Increases the range damage inflicted by a selected unit stack. And then Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. Which should make her decent enough to be able to defend herself and go exploring a little bit more. Cool. The windmill had 6 sulfur for me this time. And what does this sea chest hold? 1,500 gold. Give me that gold! I want gold! So the sea chest. After spending hours trying to fish the chest out of the sea, you open it, only to find it empty. God damn it. And let's see, Adela, I need you to travel westward. Not far enough. Huh. What does the scholar have to say? We'll find out next turn. I think we'll go ahead and build the training grounds to start getting Cavaliers up and running. Cavaliers and Champions are going to be valuable here in a little bit. Especially once we actually start encountering some of the other units. Like you see, there's an enemy ship here. Curiosity begs the question. Yeah, it looks like it might not be occupied by a champion per se, but they are around. But this is the town of Plinth that was described to us as being taken over earlier in the mission. We'll actually go there in a minute and hopefully be able to take it for ourselves. We'll pick up Basic Scholar, which is awesome. And inside of this chest is more gold. Or I think we'll take experience for her because I kind of want to level her up a little bit. Expert Wisdom will allow us to learn 5th level spells, and Basic Earth Magic allows our hero to cast Earth spells at a reduced cost. She has a lot of spell points, so I'm not really worried about costs or anything. But these Magogs do big range damage, so I need to make sure that we stay in their faces, which will make them have to use melee attacks, and also killing them quickly. And also staying separated, because if you notice here, it says they have a fireball attack, which actually means that they do a 1 hex radius circle, basically. And so it's a good idea to go ahead and focus fire on the one that isn't limited by range, that isn't, limited by melee range, as we move our Crusaders into his face hole. Yeah, they do an AoE attack. That is not fun. But that stack is down, and this stack will be shortly to follow, with 1 Griffin only being lost against 29 of those fucking Magogs. I'm actually pretty happy with that result. Let's see. I think we should go ahead and just straight up upgrade these training grounds so that we can have champions, and then we'll worry about the rest of this stuff. Because, I mean, honestly, we're almost done building this town. And once we have this town built, then I think it'll be a good idea to take over another town. I think what we'll go ahead and do is bring Christian all the way back here. It'll take 3 days to do that, as you can see by the 3 anchor that's over this point here. And we'll go ahead and use her to explore a little bit more. And then we'll go back with Christian and take over that fort. Once we do that, then the enemies are going to start coming for us. So we kind of need to be a little bit more on our guard and, well, nice and battle ready by that point. I think we'll go ahead and pick up the Griffin Bastions. That way, the next week coming, it will give us an additional 3 Griffins spawned. And let's see, School of War. She has a 1 attack and defense skill, so I think we'll go ahead and give her a 1 defense skill because, well, what use is attacking if you're not alive? And we will build the resource silo. Fuck it, we need those passive resource gains. Dem gains, son, dem gains. Oh boy. As you can see, there's one of the enemy heroes, Zyron, moving into place. He's coming back to the town of Plinth, probably to refuel his people, like I am. But what he won't know is that in a moment, I'm coming for an amphibious invasion on that booty. So let's see here. For 1,000 gold, the schools of magic will teach us 1 spell power, which determines the strength and duration of the spell, or 1 knowledge, which gives us an additional amount of spell points. I think that we will go ahead and take the knowledge for now. I kind of want to be able to cast more spells during battle than fewer spells at higher damage or duration. Especially considering that, well, by the time she actually gets to an appreciable level, she's going to be able to cast spells that are really high damage anyway. So let's see, we'll go ahead and take all 6 of those champions. All 6 of those. All 8 of them. Damn it. I'm gonna have to wait a turn to be able to take anybody else. But I think I can go ahead. Nope, I don't have enough money to upgrade those. I do have enough money to upgrade the Griffins. Excellent. And those marksmen are already marksmen. So, I totally forgot about you, Adela. My apologies. Oh, these harpy hags are not gonna be... Oh, they're not gonna put up a fight. Cool. I love when enemies don't put up a fight. Ooh, gold mine. This is that gold mine that I was teased about earlier. Yay! I think we'll go and take the Brotherhood of the Sword there, because if we get sieged while we're in here, that extra morale can basically mean the difference between life and death. Speaking of life and death, we have another set of ranged creatures to take down here. These evil eyes are not going to be fun. These evil eyes are the precursors to beholders. They also have no movement penalty, or no melee penalty. And they fire rays of death. And we're going to go ahead and try and take out some of them per stack as we move some of our melee units into range. I agree, Lemon. I agree 100%. And those Zealots are going to get to do an extra attack thanks to high morale. And what about the marksman? Come on, marksman. They take down 3. Awesome. Now let's get up in their face hole, and then it won't be able to use its rays of death on me anymore. It'll have to use a tongue lashing, like so. Tongue lashing. And I'm going to go ahead and move my Crusaders into the middle of both of them here just a moment if I get a chance. Oh, nice. Never mind. My marksman just killed it. Perfect. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. You gotta love when a plan comes together. And we'll go ahead and take all of them, and all of them, and all that's left to get is a bunch of Royal Griffins. Crap. I will take your gold. I will take your gold. I will take your Ring of Conjuring, and I'll take your gold. What does that Ring of Conjuring do? Increases the duration of all of my spells by 2. Lovely. See, I didn't even have to raise up my spell power in order to get higher duration of spells. That just sort of happened to me. Okay. So that is actually, in fact, all of this area explored now. And I guess all that's left to do is to go up here, which is going to take around 4+ turns to get to. So in the meantime, go ahead and hire all them griffins. And I think we'll wait another 2 days, because if we do, the populations will increase again. And then guess what? Christian will have a nice fresh horse. We will have a whole another slew of people to recruit. And the armies of the damned grow ever stronger. Oh, shit. I forgot I need to upgrade those swordsmen. Oh, oh. Go back here to the stables, girl. Get a better horse. Your better horse will carry you further. And zealots. Upgrade. Combine. I want those 4 more champions so bad, but I can't even afford one. I'm so broke. I need more gold mines, honestly, is what I need. Maybe I can use that View Earth spell again here in a moment to check and see where the rest of the gold resources are. Cool. Alright, so now I feel like that's a pretty good army for taking out this first castle. It's not the best defended hellhole right now, is the good news. So we might just be able to sneak in and take it by force. Ooh. All 17 hellhounds wish to join my army for the sum of 3,000 gold. Sure. Why not? I will use you hellhounds as fodder. And the mercenary camp grants us +1 attack. Ooh. Okay then. I'm just getting a lot of buffs here. I am totally okay with this. As we sail along the coast. Our Mage Guild level 4 is just waiting for us. The enemies move behind the scenes and turn continues. Let's see. That's a really good question. Maybe they eat gold. I don't know, who might have judged? I think we'll go ahead and take the experience on this one. And Adela is now a level 5 cleric with advanced diplomacy. Allows monsters to negotiate and reduces the cost of surrendering by 40%. Sure, why not? We'll go to the Marletto Tower here in just a moment and see what happens when we go there. But this ship is almost at invading range. And he who can't see it coming. He's not even heading back to the town. Oh, this is going to be like taking candy from babies. Aw, why didn't you want to join your hellhound brothers? Guys, I don't want to have to take down such majestic beasts, but I shall. Yes, indeed, I shall. And we'll go ahead and move our Crusaders in place, which will attack twice. And now's when the strategy kind of comes in hand, because if we can block him out here from being able to get north easily, then he'll never be able to make it to our squishy ranges. And we'll be able to just box him out here, basically, until this group dies. You see, I mean, he's putting up a good fight. I mean, he's killed a lot of our Crusaders here, which is a lot better than I gave him credit for. But it's still not going to be enough to take us down completely. Not by a long shot, folks. Yep. In fact, all we lost is 3 Griffins and 4 Crusaders. Adela can gain no more experience because she is now an expert. Basic logistics increases my movement points over land by 10%, or expert eagle eye. Ooh, up to 4th level. I think we'll take basic logistics for now because we'll always be able to gain expert eagle eye at any point, like whenever she levels up again, which will be the next scenario. But getting that extra bit of movement speed now means that you can level up basic to advanced to expert whenever you want. Okay. Dwellings are about to increase in population again, and I still can't afford to build this fucking thing. I need one more crystal. Let me go into the marketplace here and see if I can trade for one, I guess. Cool. And now Mage Guild level 4, which houses Destroy Undead, Frost Ring, Anti-Magic, Counter-Strike, and Town Portal. Oh shit! I need to pick up that Town Portal spell. Oh my god, is that Town Portal spell going to be very handy should I need to defend my town, which I'm going to. So let's go ahead and get Adela back home so that she can pick that up. In fact, I think she might be the only one who's able to, because I don't know that Christian has the wisdom. No, I think he can only learn up to level 2 spells. Damn. Oh well. So, we have the ability to take out this hero now before he's able to make it to town. But it looks like the enemy took the turn to go ahead and build up the defenses inside of the town too. So really, the best option is to take out the hero now before he's able to get there and add those creatures to his already semi-substantial army. I think I have the resources to take him down. Let's give it a shot. And so this is actually another hero battle. This is a big deal. He has a full army. I have one less than a full army. But all of my stacks are way higher than his, so I should be able to take this one down. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cast Precision on my marksmen here to get them started. And they're going to be able to do full damage on their attack. Move these griffins into place. Let's move our champions forward a little bit, because remember what I told you about the jousting bonus. As they move further, they do more damage. So we'll actually be able to charge and do full damage on whoever we're able to hit here in a moment. I think that it would be a good idea to go ahead and take out some of their ranges here. So let's get those lizard archmen down. Excellent. And my royal griffins actually have unlimited chances at retaliation. So any unit that attacks it as the closest unit is going to be subject to a retaliation attack by 41 royal griffins, which is gonna hurt. And then there's archers and beholders up here. We'll go and take out the beholders because there was more of them. And then we'll move our champions up into place. Griffins take down another target, and our fucking halberders may not even get a chance to do anything. Yep, his swordsman perished. And the ballista is going to take out most of those fucking things. Wow. Okay. With only 8 royal griffins lost, I'd say that that was a round thrashing. And through eagle-eyed observation, we learned the spell of haste. Defeating an enemy actually gives us all the artifacts that they were carrying too, including the bow of Elven Cherrywood, the badge of courage, and a spyglass. And then we went up to level 5. Advanced navigation or basic pathfinding. Pathfinding is pretty good because there's actually a lot of rough terrain. All of this mountain snow area here counts as rough terrain. And so basic would add that skill to our repertoire here and allow us to level it up too. Let's see. So we have the bow of Elven Cherrywood now. Hi, Milt. Welcome back. That increases my archery skills by 5%. The badge of courage increases my morale by 1. And the spyglass increases vision radius by 1. Ooh, I do have a basic archery skill. Excellent. So now that's a 15% increase by ranged attacking creatures. Excellent. Christian is looking very, very strong right now. So strong, in fact, that I feel comfortable going ahead and taking out this castle here. So this is what is considered a siege type scenario here. You can tell that the castle that we are attacking has actually built the walls and defenses, but hasn't actually built the arrows yet. So they have a keep, but not a castle. And only our flying units will be able to just fly straight in over these walls, meaning our griffins for now, which is actually good because with those unlimited retaliations, the griffins will get set upon by most of the melee units in here. And let's see, we'll take down your only ranged creatures because fuck you. You're gonna try and take out my griffins and get killed. Excellent. You're gonna try and kill my griffins and get killed. And you're gonna try and kill my griffins and get killed. That couldn't have gone better for me. There's only one unit stack left standing against me and taking out this entire damn castle. With 6 griffins being the only casualties, I'm now level 6 knight. Basic wisdom, yes. Gotta get that wisdom, son. Gotta get that wisdom. Because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to learn the high level spells. And those high level spells are clutch. And now we'll take Christian and set him inside of Plinth for the time being, and guard that castle against any enemies coming in to take her back, because they are going to want her back. Like Michael Jackson in that wonderful song, they want you back, baby. So let's see here. We can go ahead and take this opportunity to level up our griffins and recruit the army that is waiting for us here. You can see there's actually one unit that we simply don't have access to right now. And it's the most powerful unit available to the human class, Angels. And then Angels, of course, have to upgrade. But what could be more powerful than an angel, you ask? You'll just have to wait and see. Let's see, what time are we at, incidentally? Oh, look at there. Huh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a short break. We are actually well past our first hour mark. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with more Heroes of Might and Magic. Let me go ahead and save this bitch. We'll call it Christian's Happy Death Tour. Yeah, that's gonna be the name of our game for now. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. You're watching this on twitch.tv/Tim Leftwich. My name is Tim Leftwich. We'll be right back. Bye.